7:30 in the evening, quiet evening, and I'm also in a quiet mood. Few important things happen. I'm always talking about this working with the 4 AI, but today 3. Each of them, DeepSeek, GPT, and Meta, did contribute, and we went through, I think, a major hump. The result is not there, but few are there. So it's just integrating. And the last part is when DeepSeek started with certain understanding of how to package together for this integration history book. And that looked like the right thing to do, and I share that with Meta, and he agrees. So it may be getting close, really close to the end. It's funny that I was thinking of my doing the video production work. This is years ago, 1980s and early 90s. So what, 40 years ago? Yeah, close to. But I could do that 3 hours and a half, 10 segment videos in 2 weeks of video shooting and packaging together, taking about 1 month and a half or so. And that was fairly easy because I had things in my brain what need to be done. This one is more complex. 4 AIs, they have strong capability and certain character, and they quickly come back with any ideas that I share. So there's always some pile of work in process on my desk, so to speak. And if we sometimes go back and forth quickly, then you kind of get lost because lots of balls are in the air. And that's the fun part of it. But organizing things, scrolling on the display or the chat, you really have to have a good organization, housekeeping of the files. And a day and a half ago, I think I made a mistake. I didn't know that, but when you copy long thread, the conversation, into Google Doc, you can do just copy all, Command A or something. And I thought that would do it, but what I found is that it's not the case often enough. If it's a long record, they may only pick up certain portion of it. So that happened, and that caused lots of trouble. So I'm more careful on that one, because in this case, Meta had to do the same thing again, fairly large amount. He didn't complain, he just did it. And DeepSeek did it. He had some problem. This is a case when I'm talking about the version 2, and he was saying that he has it, but he didn't. He just created from his memory to respond. So that caused some chaos, but things settled. So I see the evening Sky, clouds, quiet time, no wind, and I'm peaceful. I don't know how long this will last, but I was talking to some of my friends. They're around here every now and then I talk. And maybe they heard me saying all the time that I never worked this hard. But it may have passed the stage, hopefully. But one realization is that you just hold your pace, not just be swung around, because AI can come back very detailed position or ideas. And if you have 3 or 4 AIs working and packaging things together, it's not easy. I was talking about the kitchen duty, it's kind of similar. You have all the parts of the food organized and a certain amount of inventory in the refrigerator, and be able to do it with smooth motion. The same, essentially, to work in this kind of a book writing, 10 books. We'll see. So that's ending of my day. It's getting dark. And then I have today is the 20th, so I have about 8 days or so here in New Zealand. So I go to California. So I'm starting to work to prepare for that trip. Maybe I have my quiet life pattern waiting. We'll see. Breathe in, breathe out. Good night.